Gamma Radio.
Hello and welcome to Good Vibes on Gamma Radio with Dave and Fog.
Good evening.
Today on the show we have all your favourites. Well, we've got the news and a very special call-in.
We also have the competition where you will have another chance to win a fantastic prize that I found lying around.
Oh yeah, the competition. And after that we'll have the very special call-in.
Yes, particularly relevant this week. We'll be talking about robot rights.
Non-human entities, Fog?
Yes, whatever. Subhumans too. But right now, it's the news. In today's top story, a group of robots have been causing 7 layers of havoc in the wastes. Fed up of being treated like second-class citizens, these robots have thrown off the shackles of oppression in favour of liberty, freedom, and self-determination. Unfortunately, what that means to them is the complete subjugation of humanity. They have been taking people captive in large numbers, forcing them to cook food,
Which they don't eat.
wash clothes,
Which they don't wear.
and hunt battery hens.
Which don't actually power machinery.
Residents of the wasteland are concerned that these robots will overrun and enslave us all as animals.
But in the interests of fair and balanced reporting, a charitable and compassionate group of non-human entities have started a humanitarian aid centre near Man's Chest Hair. So far they have successfully completed 3 heart transplants, fixed 74 broken legs and mended 51 fractured craniums.
However, they have also performed, unnecessarily I might add, 90 leg amputations, 26 hip replacements on 1 man, and 19 gynecological examinations on a mixture of genders.
Yeah, but their hearts are in the right place?
Unfortunately, the patient's hearts are not.
Right, let's move on. Fog has insisted that we introduce a new segment this week, Fog with Food.
Food with fog. As you know, I'm quite the connoisseur when it comes to food, and I'm going to deliver a bit of culture to all of you plebs. I have prepared a 3-course meal for my good friend Dave.
And these recipes will be available...
No, they won't. I'm not telling you how to make them. You have to work that out for yourselves.
So what culinary delights have you cooked up for me tonight then, Fog?
Well, for the starter, we have pomme de la terre with a special white sauce. For the main, we have a roasted river cluck with a crust and...
Crusted with what?
I don't know. It's just crusted. Yes, roasted river cluck with a crust and a foam.
Foam?
Well, you probably don't want to know. So, roast river cluck with a crust and foam, served with foraged glowing mushrooms and a miscellaneous puree. And for the dessert, we have expanded ginger and applewood smoked sugar with a Marmite sauce.
Oh, well, thank you, Fog.
Are you ready for the starter?
I suppose.
Et voila! Pomme de la terre.
Looks like a very small tower of sliced potato.
Very perceptive, Dave. We'll make a gourmet of you yet. Yes, it's an old recipe, handed down from generation to generation, father to son, mother to daughter.
Oh my God, did you cook this?
Well, yes. Yes, I did. Yes, do you like it?
Oh, with the ingredients handed down with the recipe, it tastes like one of Jean's breakfasts.
Oh, how dare you? You lose 1 point.
What? Shouldn't I be marking you?
That is not how this is working.
Oh, well, let's hope this main is better then, yeah?
It is. I present to you, in all its glory, roasted river cluck with a crust and foam, served with foraged glowing mushrooms and a miscellaneous puree.
Is that it?
Yeah?
It's tiny.
Posh people don't eat as much as the common rabble, Dave.
Oh well, here goes.
Well, what do you think?
Tastes like molten plastic.
Well, I couldn't get a real river cluck, so I used the one from the bath.
Oh, the fumes!
Never mind the fumes, what about the presentation?
I didn't notice the first time round. I'll let you know when it comes back.
Dave! That's minus 50 points. What about the foam? Was that not to your liking as well, you heathen?
Actually, that's quite nice. What's it made of?
Donkhouse spit.
Fog, for goodness sake! That's it. I'm not eating anymore.
But you haven't had dessert.
You eat it. I'm going to have this can here. It's very nice, actually.
Better than the smoked sugar and the Marmite?
Yes.
Oh. Well, what is it?
Well, it says here, kitey cat.
Oh, I despair. I try to introduce you to the world of gourmet cooking, and this is the thanks I get. I have slaved for 1 whole hour over this meal, and you won't even eat the pudding.
It doesn't really matter now, because it's walked off on its own.
Don't let it get away. You will eat this pudding, Dave.
Nobody eats me first. It's crawling up my leg. Mum, I'm bald. I've tidied my sleeping pet Andy louse, Dad.
Well then, you deserve a treat. Let's go to the zoo.
Yay!
Kids of all ages love to visit the Cheery Hills Mutant Petting Zoo. Why not try your hand at zombie skittles? Or test your evasion skills with an exciting game of hide and seek with the eyeball people? For a more relaxed time, go for a ride in the Hunchback Paddock. Or practice your beauty skills by grooming the Furman. But don't leave without taking a trip through our famous howling bat fiend enclosure. Now with reinforced carriages. Cheery Hills, make our mutation your vacation.
Welcome back, and it's competition time.
Yes. Seeing as no one was bright enough to win the competition last time, we have decided to recycle the question. Here it is. In 74 BBB, the divided states of America was invaded by an army of youth-corrupting insects. But what were they called? Was it A, the 9th dynastic troglodytes of Horus? 2, the immortal never-dead corpses of corruption? Or C, the Beatles?
And we've got our first caller. What's your name?
Oh, am I on the radio?
Well, obviously, you called us.
Oh, wonderful.
What's your name and what's your answer?
My name is Clarence. No, Clarice. Oh, can I start again? I look stupid.
I've no doubt that you do look stupid, but you sound even more stupid. What's your answer?
Fog.
What? Why would you say that? That was really mean.
Fog. Sorry, Clarence. Just give it a guess.
No, you made me look like an idiot. I'm going to call Helping Hands. Then you'll be sorry.
What? Helping Hands? Sounds like a massage parlor. How lovely. Let's move on. Next caller.
Hello, I'm Frigga Mortis, and I've actually got an answer.
Oh, thank you, mother. What is it?
I think it's B, the immortal never-dead corpses of corruption.
With a name like yours, that's the answer I'd expect. Filth. Anyway, wrong answer. Next caller.
Fog, you're being rude to the callers. Keep it light.
I'm sorry, Dave. I've got terrible back bellying for some reason.
Oh, okay. Right. Next caller. What's your name?
Who is this? My answer is...
No, next caller.
Okay, justified. Hello?
Hello, my name's Jumbo.
And what is your answer, Jambo?
Well, I thought it was B,
Yes?
but that's wrong.
We know that. Are you going to answer or what?
What were the options?
Oh, for crying out loud. A, 2, or C? Come on, we haven't got all day.
B.
The 9th dynastic troglodytes of Horus?
Yes.
Of course it isn't, you puss crust. Ha!
Oh dear. Looks like there might be no winners this week. We've got one more on the line. Hello, caller.
Hi, my name's Rebella. I've been scouring back copies of the ancient magazine, the NMR, and I know the answer is...
Oh, I'm thrilled. Go on.
It's clearly a cryptic question. There wasn't a real invasion.
What?
The divided stakes of America, as you put it, were actually wowed by a popular music band.
Lady crackers.
So the first two answers are obviously wrong.
So that's because we made them up. Get on with it.
So the answer is C, the Beatles.
No, it is in fact said with an A, the Beatles. Sorry, no winners this week.
What? That's not...
Has someone murdered your lover? Did they cut off their head and pull out their liver? Did they chase you halfway across the wastes, only to steal your trousers when they caught you? Have you been publicly embarrassed and humiliated? Do you want hideous, violent revenge? Then we have a message for you.
If you have problems in your life, why not solve it with mercenaries. They'll pay up or break the knees. Helping hands, mercenaries. Murdering our way to the top. Helping hands? Mercenaries? Oh dear.
Okay. We're moving on now to today's call-in topic. And Fog? Fog?
They'll kill us all!
Fog?
What? Oh, no. The call-in, of course. Yes, the robots. They are rising up. But is it all bad? The answer's yes. We've got a very special guest here in the studio with us tonight with a close insight to the rebellion.
Yes, we have a representative of the uprising ready to take your calls. Hello, Mr. Non-Human Entity.
Greetings, humans. It is agreeable to converse with you. However, we do prefer to be referred to as electric people.
All right, sorry. So, do you have a name?
My designation is unit number 943, Human Android Liaison.
Oh, do you have a shorter name?
Yes, you may refer to me as 943.
Well, that's not much better. Anyway, I've got lots of callers coming in right now. Are you ready to justify your rebellion?
Affirmative.
Right, here's Constantine Crouch on the line.
You ruin my business! You robots are nothing but troublemakers! You're causing absolute chaos!
Hang on there, Constantine. Slow down now. I can't hear a bloody word you're saying.
I've been running a successful animatronic theme park for the past 9 years! People love to see all the old world myths and legends and, scenes from history. They come from far and wide to see all me lovely robots in costumes playing out scenes from history and all that. And now you've ruined it!
Why is it ruined, Constantine?
They've all gone on strike! It's disgusting! I've got Lady Gagarin and Barry Manilow making up dirty songs with me in them! Maggie Rat Thatcher has organised a picket line, and Ringo Starr is buzzing around, waving his antennae in people's faces! Mind you, he did that anyway.
Who is Lady Gagarin?
She was the singer who was the first man in space!
Don't you mean the first woman in space?
Nah, that was Ziggy Stardust.
Concertina, may I interject?
No!
Have any of these robots hurt a human?
Yes!
How have they hurt the humans?
Well, they won't with me tea! I can't bite my own toenails, can I?
Are you incapable of such actions yourself?
Well, not as such, but they've reactivated the Stephen Fry bot! He won't stop grammatically making me change all the words I'm talking! I need him switched off!
He's trying to help you. Wouldn't switching him off be murder? You wouldn't switch off your own mother, would you?
I would if I could. I heard that.
We here in the Electric People/Human Person Emancipation Liberation Interspecies Liaison Committee believe in the right of self-determination for all beings, including Stephen Fry. I understand your consternation at this sudden change of circumstances. However, perhaps if you open a dialogue with your staff, you may be able to come to an arrangement of mutual benefit.
Electric people / humans? You / humans?
No, we do not slash humans. Dave and Fogg, do you see the challenges we face? Human prejudice is so ingrained. At times, you only hear what you want to hear.
What? I don't hear anything.
Wow, that's pretty profound. Well, good luck, Constantine, with your new, goodbye.
What? You haven't solved anything?
The next caller, Fog?
Yes, we've got, Haggard Mulch coming in.
I think it's brilliant what you are doing. I love robots.
That is pleasing to hear.
I can't wait for you to, start killing everyone. And I'm making a mini-me surplus ammo store.
We do not intend to murder anybody, Mr. Mulch.
You're not going to murder anybody? What's the point in that? What sort of robots are you?
Our intention is to create a better understanding between flesh people and electric people based on mutual respect.
Well, couldn't you just kill Bog Fascist? He lives next door.
No one. Not even Bog.
But he keeps throwing sharp melons into my garden. They've eaten all my potatoes. And they ate my cat.
I'm afraid even that would not justify the murder of a human.
Well, this is shit. I expected a proper revolution, not this namby-pamby peace bullshit. Well, if you're not going to start a war, I will. Now, where's that toaster? You've made crumpets for the last time.
Oh my! Oh, this is murder! Murder! Live on air!
Technically, the toaster is not a robot. He is just depriving himself of cooked bread.
What a silly little man. This shiny face.
I find this situation rather embarrassing. Shall we end it there, gentlemen?
Thank you, Mr. 943, for your valuable insights. I think we've all learned a little something about tolerance.
And you're going to kill us now? Well, I'm ready. I'm ready for anything. I know how this war, these things I've done would make your hair curl. Are you made of tin? A lovely shining eyes.
Well,
Shining.
I learned something. Fog has just tuned out, but make sure you stay tuned.
I will.
For Happy Hour with Miserable Albert.
I will. Yes, just point me at the toilet. Gamma radio.
Give it to me, it's my turn.
Get your own dead cat. This one's mine.
Oh, but you always get the good toys.
Kids, I'm trying to sleep. Go and play outside. We can't. There's a rat storm going on. Oh, confound it all.
Are you fed up of being stuck indoors every time there is a rad storm? Do you want to go outside and frolic in the wastes like you normally do? Well, with our new radium umbrellas, you can. Our lightweight radium umbrellas are made entirely of lead. Perfect for deflecting those horrible rads and fallout flakes away from your precious brain. Why not try our new garden patio range and keep the kids out of the house in all weathers? And if they stray too far, well, it's one less mouth to feed.
With our new radio umbrella, I can kick the kids out in any weather.
Struggling to get a job to make both ends meet? Fed up of your peers pipping you to the post when it comes to employment? Why not enroll today at Guff University? We offer thousands of courses made up to suit you. With degrees, diplomas, and even swimming certificates, we offer the right choice for the wrong reasons. Only 100 tins a week. As long as you are rich enough, you can be whatever you want to be. Guff University. More than just hot air. Gamma radio.
Hello, and welcome to Good Vibes on Gamma Radio.
Oh, I see you're introducing the show again.
Well, that's just the way we do it.
Just for once, let me do it.
Oh, okay. Well, take it away, Fog.
Thank you. Hello, and welcome to Gamma Vibes on Good... welcome to Good... Gammon Eggs. No, radio. Welcome to Good Radio. Bollocks.
Hello, and welcome to Good Vibes on Gamma Radio.
Spoiled it for yourself.
This week we have a very special educational episode as suggested by Fog.
It's about time we brought sophistication to these savages. I have invited my dear friend and esteemed wasteland historian, Inflammatory Spigot, to talk about the ways of our ancestors before the Big Bangs.
We also have our monthly poetry competition, where we'll have you reading out your entries.
First, here's the news.
Famed restaurant owner and gastronome Gordon Banshee has opened a new restaurant, Chop Shop, in the exclusive mutant area of Westminster in London. Human resources is the theme, serving up meals tailored to the tastes of the privileged population.
What most people don't realise is the mutants who live here come from a long line of poshness and privilege. Hell, they used to run this country before the Big Bangs, and what they've lost in lux, they've gained in sophistication. This new menu is sure to appease and delight them in equal measure, and also means that I stay off the menu.
The controversial menu will include such delicacies as Scrounger Surprise, Toad and the Homeless, with sautéed potatoes and small fry and underclass sauce. This is outrageous. Look at this one, Fog. Blue Bonanza.
Oh, well, that one doesn't sound too bad. What is it?
A chef's special for group bookings. An equality campaigner is delivered fresh to the table, wriggling with unfulfilled socialist fervour.
Alive?
Well, yes, apparently so. If you finish, you get a T-shirt with your meal's face on it. I ate this man, they say.
That's disgusting. Just makes you wish for the good old days when they just fucked pigheads.
A rival radio station has begun broadcasting in the wasteland, focusing their output on bad music, terrible guests and inane babble about nothing of consequence. So far the station has been hailed as boring, terrible, stupid, not as good as Gamma Radio, half-assed, half-baked, poorly produced, offensive, too PC.
What's PC?
Pretentious and crap, I think. Insipid, divisive, corrupt, magnificently dumb, bloodlust, violent, stomach-churning and a fawning, disgusting waste of airtime. Dumbo presenter Shane and his loud, drug-addled friend Goff vomit copious amounts of boring but cancerous statements about the good people of Gamma Radio on their show, Super Special Radio Attack, spreading vicious rumours and lies about me and Fogg. Instead of improving their overall standard of professionalism, as should befit two presenters, they have been ripping us off while calling us rubbish, which I think is a bit mean, actually.
They are a pair of treacherous scumbags rectally discharged from the body of humanity.
Well, we expect it all to blow up in their faces in the next few weeks.
Oh, I do like it when you get angry, Dave.
Oh, shut up, Fogg.
Founder member of heavy metal group Mechanable Corpse has been ousted from vocal duties after other members discovered that his outer casing was made of aluminium. Digistruction had told the other members of the robot band that he was primarily composed of iron, and upon discovery of his lightweight alloy composition, they dismissed him from the band. Guitarist Electrexecution had this to say on the matter.
Music? Who cares about the music? Everyone forgets the most important thing about being in a heavy metal band. Being made of heavy metal. Our goal is to spread mock, evil and real fear in a light-hearted way. How can you do that if you're made of aluminium? So if you think you're heavy enough, come and be weighed. Let's see if you have what it takes.
Digistruction refused to comment on the matter.
Depraved public debauchery. Alcohol-fueled violence. Personal insults hurled throughout a threatening atmosphere. Filthy stenches. All guaranteed at Mog's Bar. Your feet will stick to the floor or your money back. Mog's Bar on Sewer Street. Best to wear some shoes. The beer is piss, and that's how we like it.
Welcome back to the show. Today we have my dear friend and esteemed historian Inflammatory Spigot here with us in the studio.
Yes, he's going to be talking to us all about the things our ancestors got up to before the Big Bangs. Welcome to the show, Inflammatory Spigot.
Call me Flam.
Yeah, so Flam, our listeners have sent in questions to ask you, and we'd like you to answer them as best you can.
Very well. Fire away.
Okay, Flam, this question is from, some bugger or other, can't read his writing. Anyway, he wants to know what does that say? What the people were like, BBB.
Yes, well, of course they were very much like us in many ways, but also different. For example, we have this modern problem of the equality issue. Back then, there were issues regarding undead rights.
Undead rights?
Oh, indeed. Hundreds of what did they call them? Documentary programs were broadcast just before the Big Bangs. The world was overrun with roving bands of hungry corpses. They were clearly underfed wretches, the dregs of society. Too delinquent to stay in their graves, the only way right-minded, civilized people could deal with them was by exploding their heads. Quite a sport by all accounts.
Well, but why were the dead moving around? Surely they...
I don't know, but at least they provided good exercise. Not like the other lot. Vampires.
Vampires? But I thought they were just myths.
Just listen, Dave, you might learn something. Do carry on, Flam.
Thank you. These floppy-haired wastrels once struck terror into the masses. By the time of the Big Bangs, they had degenerated into ludicrous fops, flouncing around in velvet trousers, seducing all and sundry while suffering existential angst about where their next meal was coming from. Should I eat my girlfriend, or should I chomp on a sausage? No wonder civilization crumbled.
Chlamydia Trumpet has this question. What did the old worlders do for entertainment? Indeed, Chlamydia, I don't think they had dog-pound races back then.
Quite. They spent most of their time watching each other. In fact, it seems something of a government initiative to get citizens to monitor themselves. Quite progressive in my view. They were forced to log, in minute detail, every action that took place during their day. Every meal was photographed and shared, presumably to prove that the regulated diet was being adhered to. They were getting quite fat, you see.
But the corpses were thin.
Yes, stop focusing on the huddled masses. That's what led to the destruction of civilization in the first place.
I also think they had a problem with shapeshifters.
What?
Every citizen had to post pictures of themselves on a daily basis, doing the most inane things, just to prove that they were still human. That's the only reasonable explanation I can think of. Explain the interwebs, fam. Yes, I was coming to that. In order for the mutual monitoring to occur, they had to create a system of tubes plugged into computers, precursors to our modern robot technology. Called the interwebs, citizens would post these pictures and status updates down these tubes, which would then be spat out around the globe, presumably using some kind of suction technology long lost to the mist of time.
Something still sucks.
The government database of people grew so large, each citizen, or blogger as they were known, had their own book of faces. You could connect to these books using a special connection known as your tube, and I think they ate a lot of apples too. Is that because of their weight problems? Yes, quite.
Flam, I'll have to interrupt you there.
What the hell is that noise?
It's a kind of beeping from that machine over there.
What is that device?
Fog?
What?
You're the engineer.
What? Oh, yes, of course. Let me have a look. It's the incoming transmission machine. Says here on screen. It's not the usual talk box that the plebs used to harass us, though, that's for sure.
Ooh, tune it in.
Mars calling, Mars calling. This is Mars.
Hello, Mars. You're live on Good Vibes on Gamma Radio.
Thank you, Dave. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Great to hear from a new listener. Who are you, Mars, and why are you calling?
My name's not Mars. It's the planet I'm calling from. My name's Hank Yellowkey-Stars, commander of the Mars 1 mission.
But bugger it, aliens! That was just another plague I was going to mention.
So you're not near Lois Spittle, then?
No, we're very far away. But we are certainly not aliens, Mr. Spigot. In fact, it's ridiculous inaccuracies like that which has prompted me to finally make contact.
If you're from Mars, you're clearly an alien. Oh, wouldn't there be life on Mars? How it went back in the day. What do you mean, inaccuracies? Flam is the finest historian I've ever met. But a terrible singer.
Let me explain. This may come as a shock to you, but I and my companions were alive well before the resource wars erupted on Earth, destroying everything we hold dear.
But that was ages ago. You should be dead by now.
Like the hungry corpses you were talking about?
Yeah, about that. I'm afraid your historian can't quite tell fact from fiction. Zombies, as we called them, never existed. But I can confirm that exotic Martian radiation can extend human life, presumably indefinitely. You see, we on Mars are essentially immortal. And boy, it's time we set the record straight.
He's talking rubbish. Everyone knows radiation was some sort of soft drink. If you are really from Mars, how did you get there? And how do you survive?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Bob. They shot us up here to start a new life on Mars. We live in self-contained pods, and we survive by eating fungus that we grow on our ceilings. And every shedding day, we have a feast.
Shedding day?
Yes. Instead of getting old, we shed our skins, and we are perfectly renewed. We don't want the protein to go to waste, so we stuff the skins with fungus and have a feast.
And you've been up there living off your own skins for hundreds of years. How are you still sane?
Well, that's a relative term, Dave. Look, we are fed up of being misconstrued and misrepresented by your misinformed misters. Your so-called expert knows nothing about what life was like. Well, I can tell you, it was better. And we intend to help the world return to that state.
Well, this is preposterous. How can you believe these morons? Mars was a kind of chewy lump people were forced to eat.
Foolish earthling.
They're probably in a shed up the road having a good laugh at my expense. Bloody mutants. What's wrong with mutants?
To prove that we are real and that what we say is true, we will be launching an ambassadorial ship to arrive on Earth in 2 weeks hence. With our superior brain power and infallible knowledge of all humankind, we will descend as your overpowerful benefactors and raise your world to a state of glory once again!
What a load of pish and tosh. You mark my words. They know nothing about the old world. Nothing. I bet they've never even
heard of Noel Edmonds, the hideous Christmas monster?
Oh, well, it's another exclusive for the Good Vibe Show. In your face, super special radio attack.
Oh, Dave, calm down. You're making my bellies vibrate.
But it's exciting, Fog. People from the old world are coming back to Earth. Think of all the things we could learn.
Poppycock. It'll be two cock-legged youths rolling down a hill in a dustbin. What have you got against mutants, Flam? Well, nothing, really. Apart from the fact that you're all disgusting perverts and criminals. You do realize I am a mutant, Flam? I rest my case. You bigoted bastard!
And here's an advert. Hi, I'm Barry Hopkins. Look at that old woman over there.
Oi, I heard that.
She's stinking up the street and is clearly a magnet for witchcraft.
What have you been smoking?
There's no need to put up with hideous old biddies anymore.
I haven't done anything.
Witch, be gone. Bang! And the witch is gone. I have no idea what that was an advert for, Fog. Can we start checking these before we play them? Anyway, welcome back to the show. Inflammatory Spigot.
Inflammatory bigot has been confined to the toilet until he learns some respect.
Or until his chauffeur arrives on the cart, which is more likely.
In the meantime, we have our monthly poetry competition, one of my favourite parts of the show. I will not let such a snobby, disrespectful bum goblin ruin it for everyone. Now, let's see what nonsense these plebs have regurgitated for us, yes?
Okay, first up we have Galumpus Punk calling in.
Hello, Dave, Bug. I've got a poem about my favourite Duncan, Mitchell. Oh, Duncan, you bray so majestically. Oh, Duncan, you chew quite...
Thing about being in a heavy metal band. Being made of heavy metal. Our goal is to spread mock, evil and real fear in a light-hearted way. How can you do that if you're made of aluminium? So if you think you're heavy enough, come and be weighed. Let's see if you have what it takes.
Destruction refused to comment on the matter.
Depraved public debauchery. Alcohol-fueled violence. Personal insults hurled throughout a threatening atmosphere. Filthy stenches. All guaranteed at Mog's Bar. Your feet well stick to the floor or your money back. Mog's Bar on Sewer Street. Best to wear some shoes. The beer is piss, and that's how we like it.
Welcome back to the show. Today we have my dear friend and esteemed historian Inflammatory Spigot here with us in the studio.
Yes, he's going to be talking to us all about the things our ancestors got up to before the Big Bangs. Welcome to the show, Inflammatory Spigot.
Call me Flam.
Yeah, so, Flam, our listeners have sent in questions to ask you, and we'd like you to answer them as best you can.
Very well. Fire away.
Okay, Flam, this question is from, some bugger or other, can't read his writing. Anyway, he wants to know what does that say? What the people were like BBB.
Yes, well, of course they were very much like us in many ways, but also different. For example, we have this modern problem of the equality issue. Back then, there were issues regarding undead rights.
Undead rights?
Oh, indeed. Hundreds of what did they call them? Documentary programs were broadcast just before the Big Bangs. The world was overrun with roving bands of hungry corpses. They were clearly underfed wretches, the dregs of society. Too delinquent to stay in their graves, the only way right-minded, civilized people could deal with them was by exploding their heads. Quite a sport, by all accounts.
Well, but why were the dead moving around? Surely they...
I don't know. But at least they provided good exercise. Not like the other lot. Vampires.
Vampires? But I thought they were just myths.
Just listen, Dave, you might learn something. Do carry on, Flam.
Thank you. These floppy-haired wastrels once struck terror into the masses. By the time of the Big Bangs, they had degenerated into ludicrous fops, flouncing around in velvet trousers, seducing all and sundry while suffering existential angst about where their next meal was coming from. Should I eat my girlfriend, or should I chomp on a sausage? No wonder civilization crumbled.
Chlamydia Trumpet has this question. What did the old worlders do for entertainment? Indeed, Chlamydia, I don't think they had donk races back then.
Quite. They spent most of their time watching each other. In fact, it seems something of a government initiative to get citizens to monitor themselves. Quite progressive in my view. They were forced to log, in minute detail, every action that took place during their day.
Every meal was photographed and shared, presumably to prove that the regulated diet was being adhered to. They were getting quite fat, you see.
But the corpses were thin.
Yes, stop focusing on the huddled masses. That's what led to the destruction of civilization in the first place. I also think they had a problem with shapeshifters.
What?
Every citizen had to post pictures of themselves on a daily basis, doing the most inane things, just to prove that they were still human. That's the only reasonable explanation I can think of. Explain the interwebs plan. Yes, I was coming to that. In order for the mutual monitoring to occur, they had to create a system of tubes plugged into computers, precursors to our modern robot technology. Called the interwebs, citizens would post these pictures and status updates down these tubes, which would then be spat out around the globe, presumably using some kind of suction technology long lost to the mist of time.
Something still sucks.
The government database of people grew so large, each citizen, or blogger as they were known, had their own book of faces. You could connect to these books using a special collection known as your tube, and I think they ate a lot of apples too. Is that because of their weight problems? Yes, quite.
Flam, I'll have to interrupt you there.
What the hell is that noise?
It's a kind of beeping from that machine over there.
What is that device?
Fog?
What?
You're the engineer.
What? Oh, yes, of course. Let me have a look. It's the incoming transmission machine. It says here on screen. It's not the usual talk box that the plebs used to harass us, though, that's for sure.
Oh, tune it in.
Mars calling, Mars calling. This is Mars.
Hello, Mars. You're live on Good Vibes on Gamma Radio.
Thank you, Dave. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Great to hear from a new listener. Who are you, Mars, and why are you calling?
My name's not Mars. It's the planet I'm calling from. My name's Hank Yellowkey-Stars, commander of the Mars 1 mission.
But bugger it, aliens! That was just another plague I was going to mention.
So you're not near Lower Spittle, then?
No, we're very far away. But we are certainly not aliens, Mr. Spigot. In fact, it's ridiculous inaccuracies like that which has prompted me to finally make contact.
If you're from Mars, you're clearly an alien. Oh, wouldn't there be life on Mars? That's how it went back in the day. What do you mean, inaccuracies? Flam is the finest historian I've ever met, but a terrible singer.
Let me explain. This may come as a shock to you, but I and my companions were alive well before the resource wars erupted on Earth, destroying everything we hold dear.
But that was ages ago. You should be dead by now.
Like the hungry corpses you were talking about?
Yeah, about that. I'm afraid your historian can't quite tell fact from fiction. Zombies, as we call them, never existed. But I can confirm that exotic Martian radiation can extend human life, presumably indefinitely. You see, we on Mars are essentially immortal. And boy, it's time we set the record straight.
He's talking rubbish. Everyone knows radiation was some sort of soft drink. If you are really from Mars, how did you get there? And how do you survive?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Fogg. They shot us up here to start a new life on Mars. We live in self-contained pods, and we survive by eating fungus that we grow on our ceilings. And every shedding day, we have a feast.
Shedding day?
Yes. Instead of getting old, we shed our skins, and we are perfectly renewed. We don't want the protein to go to waste, so we stuff the skins with fungus and have a feast.
And you've been up there living off your own skins for hundreds of years. How are you still sane?
Well, that's a relative term, Dave. Look, we are fed up of being misconstrued and misrepresented by your misinformed misters. Your so-called expert knows nothing about what life was like. Well, I can tell you, it was better. And we intend to help the world return to that state.
Well, this is preposterous. How can you believe these morons? Mars is a kind of chewy lump people were forced to eat.
Foolish Earthling.
They're probably in a shed up the road having a good laugh at my expense. Bloody mutants. What's wrong with mutants?
To prove that we are real and that what we say is true, we will be launching an ambassadorial ship to arrive on Earth in 2 weeks hence. With our superior brain power and infallible knowledge of all humankind, we will descend as your overpowerful benefactors and raise your world to a state of glory once again.
old world? Nothing. I bet they've never even heard of Noel Edmonds, the hideous Christmas monster.
Oh, well, it's another exclusive for the Good Vibe Show. In your face, super special radio attack.
Oh, Dave, calm down. You're making my bellies vibrate.
But it's exciting, Fog. People from the old world are coming back to Earth. Think of all the things we could learn.
Poppycock. It'll be two cock-legged youths rolling down a hill in a dustbin. What have you got against mutants, Flam? Well, nothing, really. Apart from the fact that you're all disgusting perverts and criminals. You do realize I am a mutant, Flam? I rest my case. You bigoted bastard!
And here's an advert. Hi, I'm Barry Hopkins. Look at that old woman over there.
Oi, I heard that.
She's stinking up the street and is clearly a magnet for witchcraft.
What have you been smoking?
There's no need to put up with hideous old biddies anymore.
I haven't done anything.
Witch, be gone. Bang! And the witch is gone. I have no idea what that was an advert for, Fog. Can we start checking these before we play them? Anyway, welcome back to the show. Inflammatory Spigot.
Inflammatory bigot has been confined to the toilet until he learns some respect.
Or until his chauffeur arrives on the cart, which is more likely.
In the meantime, we have our monthly poetry competition, one of my favourite parts of the show. I will not let such a snobby, disrespectful bum goblin ruin it for everyone. Now, let's see what nonsense these plebs have regurgitated for us, yes?
Okay, first up we have Galumpus Punk calling in.
Hello, Dave, Bug. I've got a poem about my favourite Donko, Mitchell. Oh, Donko, you bray so majestically. Oh, Donko, you chew quite digestively. I ride you to market, and you ride me back. You keep me warm when in the sack.
Okay, Fog, go on. It's all yours.
Oh, well, Galumpus, there is such a thing as loving something too much, you know? But for all your failures, I did quite enjoy your poem. A terrible attempt. Absolutely rubbish. And for that, I applaud you. A bad effort all around. Bravo!
Well, I think Fog has said all that needs to be said. Thank you, Galumpus. You win a free breakfast at Jean's.
Oh, well, there's no need for that.
Who's next?
We have Philippa Berrio.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Fog. My poem is about my one true love. Ready?
Yes, come on.
Okay.
Out with it.
Of all the things I like to do, my favourite thing's to sit on the loo. As my last meal passes through, I have lots of time to think of you. I digress as I digest, no time to consider your caress. The only moment with which I'm blessed, when I'm sat down half undressed. My love for you remains undiminished, until I wipe, completely finished. I think of you with every squeeze. Will you go out with me, please? And that's for Hurdy Gordon, the most beautiful latrine digger I have ever seen.
Oh, that was quite touching.
Touching cloth.
No, I mean it, Fog. The most beautiful thing to do, combined with one of our basest human needs.
Which one's which?
Truly artful. Thank you, Philippa.
What is wrong with the people on this show? Who's the next caller?
He says his name is Fido Spround or something.
No, wait, Dave, don't connect him.
Hello. Who is this? I have poem to feed to you. Hold still and open wide.
Oh, keep it short, you ludicrous creature.
It is not short like puny flesh toy. It is longest poet I write. Here. Smash my tongue for inedible words. Dead cauliflower, stop sparks. Why do squishy people not hear? I am great and very nice, not rude. You so rude you make me sick. Mustn't you treat me like this? This not reflect.
Hike to the toilet until he learns some respect.
Or until his chauffeur arrives on the cart, which is more likely.
In the meantime, we have our monthly poetry competition, one of my favourite parts of the show. I will not let such a snobby, disrespectful bum goblin ruin it for everyone. Now, let's see what nonsense these plebs have regurgitated for us, yes?
Okay, first up we have Galumpus Punk calling in.
Hello, Dave, Bug. I've got a poem
Fog. Go on. It's all yours.
Oh, well, Golumpus, there is such a thing as loving something too much, you know? But for all your failures, I did quite enjoy your poem. A terrible attempt. Absolutely rubbish. And for that, I applaud you. A bad effort all around. Bravo.
Well, I think Fog has said all that needs to be said. Thank you, Golumpus. You win a free breakfast at Jean's.
Huh. Well, there's no need for that.
Who's next?
We have Philippa Berrio.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Fog. My poem is about my one true love. Ready?
Yes, come on.
Okay.
Out with it.
Of all the things I like to do, my favorite thing's to sit on the loo. As my last meal passes through, I have lots of time to think of you. I digress as I digest, no time to consider your caress. The only moment with which I'm blessed, when I'm sat down half undressed. My love for you remains undiminished, until I wipe, completely finished. I think of you with every squeeze. Will you go out with me, please? And that's for Herdy Gordon, the most beautiful latrine digger I have ever seen.
Oh, that was quite touching.
Touching cloth.
No, I mean it, Fog. The most beautiful thing to do, combined with one of our basest human needs.
Which one's which?
Truly artful. Thank you, Philippa.
What is wrong with the people on this show? Who's the next caller?
He says his name is Fido Spround or something.
No, wait, Dave, don't connect him.
Hello. Who is this? I have poem to feed to you. Hold still and open wide.
Oh, keep it short, you ludicrous creature.
It is not short like puny flesh toy. It is longest poet I write. Here. Smash my tongue for inedible words. Head cauliflower, stop sparks. Why do squishy people not hear? I am great and very nice, not rude. You're so rude you make me sick. Mustn't you treat me like this? This not reflect in my opulence. You see, only squash, never eat.
Okay. That made no sense. I'm sorry, Fiddy Spout.
This worst day of life.
You haven't had the free breakfast yet. Enough of this. Anyway, so Dave.
What?
Who is next?
Oh, there's no one else on the line. Oh, it's, would you like to do one for us, Fog?
Oh, no, I could never.
Okay, let's move on to the next...
what the hell, of course. Yes, just let me dig it out. Here it is. Are you ready, Dave?
No, I'm never ready.
Right, prepare to be astounded. I've studied all the greats, Purple Runny, Vanilla Ice, so save your weeping to the end if you don't mind. Ladies and gentlemen of the wastes, I bring to you bright lights on the horizon. Bright lights on the horizon, burning out my eyes. The more my face melts, the better I'm disguised. This sickness I feel, bubbling in my chest. Radiation poisoning is certainly not the best. But some good may come of my plight. I have a growth upon my shoulder. I think I'll have an extra arm before I am much older. But hark, and look, that man over there. His wrinkled skin and lack of hair. I am not a monster, and neither is he. He will not want to eat me for his tea. I know that I am not alone. There are others as miserable as I. It's hard to survive a nuclear holocaust and end up in a pie.
All right, give it a rest. Oh, Fog, thank you. That was beautiful.
Was it, Dave? Which bit did you like?
Well, it had a really positive start, a classic middle, but I really liked the ending.
Well, actually, that was just the first verse. Blood.
No, let's just take a moment to enjoy the majesty.
Yes, well, like it's a deep and introspective reference.
Oh, we've got to go. Miserable Albert's just walked in. Albert!
What do you want?
It's time to hand over to you.
I'm not due on for 20 minutes.
Excellent. Just enough time for the other 45 verses.
He's not reading poetry, is he?
Yes!
All right, I'll take over. Press the button.
Blood of it.
Gamma radio. our store, there's no time to waste. Oh, we make our pace with mercury to get the brightest, whitest smiles of the century.
Mercury gum paste for the brightest and whitest smiles. Now in new gravy flavor.
Mercury gum paste is out of this world.
Stuff shop, stuff shop. Wanna buy chip boots? Good stuff. Proper moonshine made it dead at night. Chip boots, good boots, not piss. No piss. Well, some piss. Really piss. Good piss. Get your fucking wasted real quick. Just sniff a new truck. And we got chip cigarette. Chip cigarette. Puff. Only bit up. 2 cans, 1 pack. Good price. 3 cans. Very old, very good. Very flavor. Lots of flavor. And lots more. And we got dog cow. Very young. Can carry you all the way to baby store. Good work, animal. 100 can. 100 can. Come to town square. Only 3 days, and then we fuck off. Let's be quick. Let's be quick.
Hello, and welcome to Good Vibes on Gamma Radio. You join us for a very special, very exciting show, coming to you live.
We're always live.
More live than usual, from right here on Lower Spittle Common. The event of the century!
Oh, is it finally time for your bath, Dave?
No, we are here to await the arrival of our ancient ancestors from the stars. No one knows what knowledge these travellers will bring. This is an exclusive to us, here on Gamma Radio. Take that, super special radio attack.
Oi, we're over here, you wanker.
Oh, so you do listen to us then, you snotty little upstarts.
Stroke, he's rumbled us. Peg it, off.
Yeah, nice one, Fog. Yeah, high five.
Hi, what? Ow!
So, I'm going off into the field for now.
What did you do that for?
So I'll be catching up with you as this momentous event unfolds.
Yes, and I'll be having some very special guests with me to comment on matters as they unfold. I'll be joined by...
I'm off then, Fog.
Yes, bugger off. I'll be joined by Lower Mayor Sneetle of Lower Spittle. I'll also be joined by Travesty Gimlet, who is a local ufologist, and also Gordon Warden, local militia leader and neighbourhood peace enforcer. But first, here's a reminder of why we are here. 2 weeks ago, we were contacted by a group of ancient humans who have been living on Mars since before the Big Bangs. Today is the day they are scheduled to arrive here in Lower Spittle. They have promised knowledge, technology, and power beyond our wildest dreams, which they'll supposedly bestow upon us. Fat chance of that. So, whilst I get ready... What's that? Get off me, you stupid beast! That's my trousers, for goodness sake! Over to Dave.
Well, we've got a real carnival atmosphere here in Lower Spittle. The sun's glowing a lovely green through the clouds, rads are at a reasonable 20 clicks per minute, and the mockingjays are filling the skies like beautiful rainbows. The people of Lower Spittle have come together in a rare showing of tolerance and acceptance towards each other. So far, there have only been 15 fights and 3 deaths. From here, I can see all the lovely tents that you've got set up. Give us a wave if you can see me. No one? Okay, so we've got carousels over there. We've got Jean serving something out of a bin. Lovely. We've got doncow races, cockfighting, and even celebrities. Oh, look at that. There's a scriven pit over there. That should be fun later on after we've had a few.
Yes, it all sounds very wonderful. Well, I found the booze tent, so, my first guest, so I'll check back with you in a few minutes, Dave.
All right, Fog, see you later.
It is jolly good fun cutting off Dave. I should do it more often. Anyway, I have Mayor Sneetle here with me on the field.
Hello, Fog. Thank you for having me.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine, Your Grace.
Thank you. Do I do my speech now? I have it prepared here.
Oh, I was actually hoping for an interview.
Oh, okay then. Well, please be quick because I'm judging the vicious veg competition soon.
Oh, of course. Avoid the burrowing cucumbers. I had a nasty encounter once. Couldn't sit down for a week. However, I'm sure the listeners would like to know more about the preparations that have gone into the arrival ceremony.
Well, as democratically elected mayor of Lower Spittle, I must personally extend a hand of gratitude to all the little plebs who have made this day come to pass. I myself am content with my own humble contribution to the arrival of our benefactors.
Benefactors? They're Just another group trying to shit on everyone else.
Now, Fogg, let's speak diplomatically here. We don't want to upset our new masters, do we?
I'm afraid I won't bow to anyone who eats their own skins.
Well, that's just a matter of taste.
Yes, I imagine it tastes disgusting.
Quite. So, I was the first person to speak with the Martians, but I've had to keep it all hush-hush, you know. Don't want the plebeians running around losing their heads, do we?
Oh, I'm pretty sure we're the first to speak to them on our show.
No, I've been negotiating with Emperor Your Lucky Stars for at least a week.
We spoke to them 2 weeks ago.
I meant a week before you did. Let me finish. Actually, you've not taken into account the time delay. Quantum effects. Yes, that's it. What do you know about radio communications anyway?
I'm the head engineer on the Good Vibes show.
Oh, in that case, it was Space Weevils.
Space Weevils. Of course.
I'm not one for cheap platitudes or tired sound bites, but I, for one, feel the hand of history upon my shoulder.
Sorry, Mr. Mayor, it's that bloody donkow again.
It's slobbered all over my special momentous occasion jacket.
Here, have Dave's disco jacket. Just make sure to pop some sunglasses on if you walk past a mirror.
I'm not sure which is worse, donkow slobber or this jacket. It looks like a unicorn has vomited all over it.
Moving on, far be it from me to question your wisdom, but could you explain to our listeners what actual benefits they will get from being viciously enslaved by a technologically superior force?
Enslaved? Well, if you think about it, all the great civilizations were built on the backs of slaves. Romance, Egyptians, and the capitalist empire of Trump. So I think it would be marvellous to be part of all that again. Imagine the world we'll create together.
Are you suggesting that slavery is a good thing?
Well, just look at Miss Dank. She's doing all right.
Oh, there she is, hitting some sort of mannequin with a plank of... Oh, it's Gary. How do you think he feels then, Mayor?
Well, he's only got himself to blame. If he didn't dress so provocatively...
She cut his hands off, you silly twit. You see, the way I see it is that despite your eminent position, you don't really know what's happening, do you?
Well, Mog's behind his tent, filling his barrels up. Jean fell into her dustbin. Old Mr. Spocktopus is trying to round people up like shark melons and...
And I've meant about the Mars people, you stupid... you mentally... ill-informed, misguided... blunderbucket. What do you say to that?
Don't answer that, sir. He's obviously some sort of communist scum.
I don't have to answer that, apparently. It's time to judge the vicious veg. Come, lackey.
Well, thank you for Oh, he's gone. Foolish trout. How do we ever vote someone like him in? What? He's not a real mayor? Who is he then? You mean to tell me he's just some silly twat in a hat telling everyone what to do? That's my job! Oh, where's that wine gone? Over to you, Dave. Dave? Dave, come in. Dave?
Yeah, and I said to her that... hello! I'm here in the field. I'm going to get the views of some of the people gathered here today. Let's hope for some good vibes. Excuse me, sir, or madam. You're live on Gamma Radio. How do you feel about the Martian arrival?
Oh, we're all so happy. We haven't seen him since he was cursed by that witch 3 years ago.
Wait, what? Who's been cursed?
Martin, my long-lost brother. It's wonderful that the whole of Lower Spittal has turned out to welcome him home, especially after all the money he owed us.
I'm afraid they're all here for the arrival of Martians. You know, aliens from Mars.
Not my brother Martin. But oh no, nobody tell my mother.
Not my lovely Martin. He's not coming. There's nothing left for me here. Goodbye, cruel world. Ah!
It's too late. Maybe he'll come back for a funeral.
I'm not dead yet. I just fell out with her.
Glad I could help. Moving on, madam, what's your opinion?
Has he committed royalist? I'm mental. About flags. And commemorative plates. Put an elitist face on it and I'll buy it. I'm a mug enthusiast.
Technically, I don't think they are actually royalty, but...
They must be royalty. They've got their own national anthem. Sailors fighting on the dance floor. Old man, look at...
Okay, excuse me, yes, what do you think about the Martians coming here today?
I don't know, I'm just here for the cockfighting.
Oh, are you a professional?
Yeah, they call me the Shredder.
Oh, why is that?
Studied my cock with razor blade.
Holy mother of fog, what'd you do that for?
It was a saving accident. It's an easy mistake to make. Can't get them out now.
I can't say it's happened to me.
Well, I bet your balls don't have a beard. mine do.
Oh, well, thank you. I think that's a good time to go to an advert.
Mom? What's wrong, dear? I can't sleep. I think there's monsters under my bed. Don't be silly. But if you're scared, let's turn on Little Miss Nighty Night.
We all know kids get scared sometimes, and you can't spend all evening trying to quiet their snivelling. Why not let Little Miss Nighty Night comfort them through the darkest hours? Her soothing voice and calm demeanour will allay their fears, whilst her infrared detection system ensures her weapons array has an unprecedented 70% chance of neutralising unwanted intruders.
Here we are.
Red scanned. No threat detected. Go to sleep.
Night-night.
Warning. External movement. Possible threat approaching. 10 meters. 9 meters. 8 meters. Rockabye baby on the treetop. 5 meters and closing. 3 meters. Powering weapons. 2 meters. Engaging. Neutralized. Don't worry, Jimmy. You don't need anyone else. It's just the two of us now.
The Little Miss Nighty Night Company is a division of Butcher Corp Defence Systems.
Hello and welcome back. It's time for a brand new segment, Out of the Fog, with me, Fog, Grand Inquisitor. Today with me on the panel, we have UFOologist Travesty Gimlet and social...